The first thing that lit up my eyes that morning wasn't the ocean. It was my phone, glowing, vibrating, flooded with missed calls stacked like fallen tiles. My mom, my aunt, even my sister, the bride. Which was strange, considering just 2 days earlier she'd branded me something else entirely. Socially unfit. Her exact words. The reason I was cut off from her wedding guest list. She'd laughed when she said it, and the sound still stings. You won't fit in with the crowd. Better if you don't come at all. I didn't argue. I didn't shed a tear. Instead, I booked myself a getaway, a quiet seaside villa, far removed from the spectacle. Let her believe she'd shame me into exile. The truth? I had already set my own plan in motion. I once adored my sister. We used to be inseparable, sharing secrets, whispering late into the night. I defended her against bullies, covered for her when she skipped class, even kept her grades from wrecking her future. She once called me her shield. But somewhere along the line, I stopped being her protector and became her punchline. She ridiculed my quietness, my lack of flashy friends, my love of books over people. At first, I brushed it off as harmless teasing, but soon it wasn't. Family dinners turned into comedy stages at my expense. I was awkward, dull, unmarriageable. Even when I sent her money during her college years, she never once said thank you. She just called it her sponsorship. And I endured it because she was my sister. Until the wedding. That was supposed to be the one day family mattered. The one day my place was unquestionable. But 2 weeks before the ceremony, she called. Her voice sweet, her words venom. You'll only drag the mood down. The people coming are too good for you. Better if you don't attend. The final cut. I hung up, sat in silence, and began plotting. Step 1: money. Weddings eat money, and she assumed I'd be trapped into helping. She asked for a small contribution. I didn't refuse. I smiled, agreed, and offered more than she expected. But I didn't hand over cash. Instead, I insisted on handling the bookings, the venue, the caterer, deposits for photography, all in my name, all prepaid, with refund clauses sealed tight. Step 2: silence. I let her carry on building her dream day, posting dress fittings, rehearsal dinners, smug captions about her elite guest list, all while I quietly held the contracts, the receipts, the control, slipping it all into my hands without her noticing. On the morning of my flight, I made the calls. Calm, deliberate. Catering, cancelled, refunds rerouted. Venue, contract voided. Photographer called off. By the time the plane left the ground, her wedding had nothing left to stand on. So when my phone buzzed endlessly in that villa, I already knew why. Overnight, her wedding had unraveled. Guests showed up to locked gates and bare tables. No flowers, no food, no photographer. The venue barred entry without full payment. And my sister, the flawless, polished, superior bride, stood humiliated before the very people she wanted to dazzle. I answered just one call. Her voice shrieked through the speaker, cracking under panic. What did you do? They're saying everything's cancelled. I let the silence burn before replying. You didn't want me there, so I made sure I wasn't. Neither was your wedding. You can't. This is my day. No, I cut her off. It was built with my money, my effort. And you tossed me aside like trash. She gasped. You ruined me. No, I whispered. You ruined yourself. I just stopped rescuing you. Then I hung up. For the first time in years, I felt unshackled. While she scrambled, while guests gossiped, while my parents begged me to fix what I'd broken, I walked down to the ocean. Let the waves lap at my feet. Breathed in salt instead of poison. I didn't look at my phone again. Some would call it cruel, sabotaging a wedding. But cruelty was her erasing me from the family photo. Cruelty was her deciding I wasn't worthy of her table. I didn't destroy her. I simply pulled away the ground she'd been standing on, the ground I'd been holding up for years, unthanked. Later, I heard the fallout. Guests left in disgust. Her fiancé's family questioned everything. The marriage still happened eventually, but small, stripped bare, without the spotlight. Our bond didn't survive. She'll never forgive me. She calls me bitter. Let her. Because the truth is, I only gave her what she gave me, exclusion. She shut me out of her wedding. I shut her out of her perfect fantasy. And when I look back now, I feel no guilt, only clarity. Real family doesn't shame you and call it love. Real family doesn't cut you out and still demand your loyalty. So yes, when she called me socially unfit, she was right. I'm not fit for her shallow circus. I'm fit for freedom. And that morning, when the phone rattled with calls like an angry hive, that was the sweetest sound of justice I've ever known.